Over 50 and over it, aging's not your problem. Bad makeup is. Welcome back to day 2 of Fix Your Face Over 50. Today, it's all about foundation. If you're over 50, you know that struggle can be very real. Before we get into foundations, coverages, whether full coverage, medium coverage, light coverage, skin tints, I just want you to keep in mind that everything you put on your face is going to have some level of coverage. Your coverage doesn't end with foundation. Over foundation, you're potentially going to be using a cream bronzer, a cream blush, a powder bronzer, a powder blush. All of those things are going to have coverage. I'm going to challenge you, if you're over 50, to go in with a coverage that's lighter than maybe you're comfortable, because there is nothing more youthful than a mature woman who's got some skin peeking through. That is such a flex. This series, I'm going to be using the Maybelline 30 Hour Wear, and the reason I chose this one is number one, it's affordable. This is beautiful on mature skin. Very thin formula, and you can sort of choose your adventure when it comes to coverage. I always recommend that you start with one pump on the back of your hand. Take your foundation brush. You're going to spread that out on the back of your hand, turning the brush until that brush is evenly coated. And I want you to look at your face. Where do you need the most coverage? Do you have some hyperpigmentation here that you're trying to cover up? Do you like to have more coverage here? Depending on the answer to that question, that's where you're going to start with your foundation. I like to get some of this covered in my cheeks. I'm not so concerned about a lot of coverage in the T-zone. Start out here and I just kind of pounce it this lightly. I am barely touching my face. I like to get a little bit of this product all over one half of my face. I start pouncing. Where my eye is, this whole line right here, I do not take foundation there. That's where concealer is going to go. That's going to be tomorrow. And if you're over 50, you do not want any extra product sitting underneath your eyes. Trust me on that. Work this around my face by pouncing. Try not to swipe or drag your foundation brush. But do you see what a good level of coverage that is? And it doesn't feel like I've got anything on my skin. Because one thing we're not trying to do over 50 is trying to look like a cake face. Working from the back of my hand, I'm gonna go in on the other side. Lightly get it all over the face, and then I use this brush in tapping motions, blend across the face. Down the neck. Don't treat your face like a floating head, especially in the summer. You really want to pay attention to this area, that your head doesn't look like it's sort of removed from the rest of your body. I'm happy with that level of coverage. Even though that's a super thin formula, even though I went over it with a brush and we're working in very light layers, I always take a beauty sponge. This is my favorite. It's from Stanza. Sponge that you use dry. And I always go over everything with my Stands Out. Just gonna even out your foundation application. It's also gonna pick up any excess product sitting on the face. Sort of marries that foundation with your skin. And that's day 2, foundation over 50. Don't forget to click the follow button and save this video so you can come back and reference it later. Love you.